Hey, and welcome to our Machine Learning and FileMaker Part 2 series. Um, Last time we looked at object and scene detection, and we saw that we could pick up, we could look at an image and tell whether this is a person in it, and even detect like articles of clothing. And we're also able to do scene detection. So for example, in this photo, we don't really have any bounding boxes, but we can still see that we're outdoors in nature. We do see get some gravel. And I think it's really cool that we're actually getting a guess as to the type of cloud in the sky here, cumulus. So today I wanted to show you guys a couple other APIs we can take advantage of in Amazon. The first one being detect text. So in this example, I just kind of used a word cloud, and it's a bit of a mess. But so for kind of a clearer demonstration, you can see it's trying to pick these things out, but I don't think this was really meant to be parsed in this way. If we had a more static image with text on it, something like this screenshot I just took, we can go ahead and create a new record. We'll drag this into our container field, and we'll run the detect text API call. You can see we're clearly picking up the more obvious and kind of text that's at the forefront. And we'll get those in the results over here too. And for the most part, this is really accurate. It's not going to get everything because there's too much variety, but I'm pretty impressed at what this is able to pull back. So I think this could be pretty useful if you're trying to like transcribe some static images, pull out the text, maybe kind of auto tag stuff. I think this could be really helpful. And if we want to dive into the script for a minute, there's really only one change you need to make. So the one we did last time was this detect labels, um, where we're storing the base64 encoded image in this image.bytes payload. The only thing that's going to change is this request header for x-amz-target. We need to change the service name. So right here it's recognition service.detect labels. Over in text, that is going to change to recognition service.detect text. We're sending out the exact same post data here, image.bytes with a base64 encoded image. And yeah, we just changed the method of the API call that the endpoint we're hitting. Um, Now that's not all. There is a little bit of a difference in the response that comes back. So, for example, let's go back. I'll show you detect labels first. If I run detect labels and go and look at the payload, it should be stored in the recognition result field. So you can see we get this labels payload and then confidence, name, instances, parents, and the ones that, yeah, I think we've got the one bounding box on the dog in this photo. So that shows up here. This is what's actually being used to draw the square in the web viewer also. So that's kind of what the object and scene detection payload looks like. If we come over to detect text, um, we can see that they're pretty close, but we're a little bit different here. This time we've got our target data is nested inside of a text detections object, and then our bounding box is inside this geometry element. So just kind of be mindful when you're parsing this JSON. You just want to pay attention to the structure you're getting back for the API call. That's sort of the biggest difference between these two API calls is the response you get back. The requests are all like almost identical. Um, so and yeah, as another example, of, we're going to reuse a lot of that same structure, we can also do facial detection with Amazon. And so, if I just pull up that script really quickly, same base64 encoded image in the payload, but we also are specifying the attributes that we want to get back. I'm just getting everything back. That's why I'm using all. Notice it's all capitals. That's important here. But that's the only change here, as well as the x-amz-target. We changed that to recognition service dot detect faces. And as for the response on this one, there's a good bit of content to draw on here. The payload is completely different, as you'll probably notice, but here we have an age range. It tells us if there is a beard in this picture, and then also the various types of emotions, what sort of confidence it thinks. I mean, right here we're getting the highest score under happy, as the guy in this photo is pretty happy. It's, eyeglasses, it detects those. Are the eyes open? What gender is this? And then you also get these coordinates for each landmark that it's picking up. Eye left, eye right, mouth left, mouth right. So if you needed to plot any of those, you could use the information here. And then more stuff down here. Sunglasses, I think, is funny. So I went ahead and I have some helper scripts here that'll actually parse out these results into rows, so you could modify these, kind of customize them to suit your needs. We're doing some basic parsing here. I'm not doing much with parsing out the detect faces, just because there's so much there, and it's all like one element deep. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys use these and have fun. And yeah, all right, thanks. Bye.